Yo, how's everybody doing today? It's your boy Airboy. I'm back doing another FanBoyAaron review, and as you can see, I have a new camera. Yes, I updated my phone. It has a better camera. And to celebrate, we're going to look at one of my favorite figures, the Transformers Generations Thrilling 30 Voyager class Springer. The figure is heavily based on his IDW comic design, and let me tell you, I know there's more recent versions of Springer that were made, but this guy, despite his age in comparison to them, is still a vastly superior figure, and I will fight anybody on that particular topic. Like, this guy is a godsend for Transformer figures, and it's like really old. Like, this thing came out, I don't know. I can't honestly remember. And, you know, he's not perfect, but compared to other versions of mainline Springer we gotten, he is a lot better. As you can see, this is him in his armored Cybertronian car mode. And you can see the molded details a lot better thanks to this beautiful new phone and camera. If you're wondering, it is the iPhone 14. Anyway, enough about the phone. Let's continue with the figure. He rolls very effectively. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers the car mode. Now, for some comparisons, here he is with a fellow Generation Thrilling 30 figure and Wrecker, Roadbuster. As you can see, they don't honestly look that bad together. They look pretty good together. They're both wreckers, they're both about the same age, and they're both very impressive. And for more recent figures to compare with, here he is next to Earthrise Pipes. I love this little figure. And here he is with Legacy Leader Class Blitzwing in his tank mode. I don't know if these guys ever butted heads in the comics or not, but I can see these two being better rivals. I know they came out around the same time originally in the 80s. At least I'm fairly certain they did. Actually, I think Blitzwing was first. Yeah, I think that is the case. I don't think Springer came out until the movie did. And Blitzwing came out at least a year or two before that. Well, anyway, the Springer comes with two accessories. He comes with this sword. This very nice long sword. And a nice gray plastic. And the sword becomes the propeller for the helicopter mode, which we will get into. And he also comes with this big double barrel gun. Nice shade of green, silver paint there. If you want to, you can totally take the sword, plug it in the top of the gun, do like a bayonet kind of thing. And the gun has a firing missile gimmick. You just push this gray part here, and it fires the missiles. You can actually get a little bit of decent distance with them. Just I'm not going to do it because I don't want to lose them in here. And you can store the vehicles on both mode, or the weapons on, or you can store both the weapons on the vehicle, on both vehicle modes. So, to store the gun, super easy. Just plug it up here. Now he's got a turret. And for the sword, come underneath here. Oh yeah, I didn't really show the underside of the vehicle. About the only robot part you can see is his waist. You take these two green spikes here, lift them up. Place the sword with the green part facing in. Then you just fold the green things down and they will hold it in place, like so. Helps if you have it position. There we go. And the weapon stored underneath doesn't hinder rolling at all. And that's how you store the weapons. Alright, let's go ahead and transform this guy. First we'll go to his helicopter mode, then we'll go to his robot mode. Now for the helicopter mode, we want to take the sword first, split it down the middle like that. Fold it down. Take the green part. Let me bring it in so you can see. Take the green part, flip it up. There are little tabs that'll help it hold in securely on the propeller. And there we go. There we got the propeller all done. It spins quite nicely. Just set that aside. It's still got a little work to do. Now, next, what you're going to want to do, you want to pull out these parts here. Just kind of move them out of the way for now. Pull these out. Pull them down like that. Just, you know, basically the first step is getting things out of the way. And we take the green part here on top. Pop it loose. Preferably without fucking breaking it like I think I'm about to. There we go. Loose, bring it up. On a double hinge. There's a tab right there. Go in that little slot hole right there. Click it into place. Just like that. And what you want to do now is you want to take these window pieces, fold them in like that. Am I doing that right? Yeah, fold them in like that. Take these bits here, fold them in a little bit more, so you allow the windows to squeeze in fully. Then from here, what you want to do is you want to take these parts here, these little panels, and pull them up and rotate them so that they cover up the wheel like that. Same thing on the other side. Then from here, what you want to do is you want to take this part of the arm, fold it in. You notice that little slot, or that little tab right there will go in that slot hole right there. Same deal on the other side. They'll fold up nicely just like that. Then we come back here, back to the legs. Take these parts here, rotate them like so. Then we take these legs, fold them all the way in, just like that. And there are slot holes here that are meant for these tabs here. They don't really hold in that securely. It's more of a just set it there and hope for the best kind of deal. Make sure the knees are bent forward as well as they can be. There we go, just like that. We take these spikes here, fold them down because they form the rear landing gear. And from here, what you want to do is you want to take these parts here, fold them down. Oh, yeah, fold them down like that. Fold down like that. And I think we're about done. Would help if I got, there we go. Oh, you want to come in here. Now I'm going to raise the camera a little bit. I noticed I haven't been getting that much in the shot. There we go. Here, there's a little landing gear. It'll be a little tricky to fold out, but it's doable. And once we got everything tabbed into place, I think we got it. Am I doing something wrong? Do I got it all? I think so. I think that is it. Okay. Then we just take the propeller, plug it in top. And there we have, oh, one more little step. Take these panels, fold them down like that. Make sure they're all straightened out. And here we have Springer in his Cybertronian helicopter mode. And yeah, obviously the car mode is the stronger of the two modes, but this doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's still alright. I mean, underneath, it's not that visually appealing, but when are you going to display a figure like that or like that? More often than not, it's going to be displayed like that if you're going to have it in vehicle mode at all. And I rarely have mine in vehicle mode, at least on display. And again, the propeller spins very freely, which is nice. And yeah, it's basically all the same detail. I mean, you reveal a few new details in the helicopter mode, mainly on the sides. But for the most part, it's all still the same. And if you want to, you can totally store the gun on the helicopter mode. Just fold the landing gear back in. And it's a matter of just clipping it into place. This little weird shaped tab is going to clip in on the underside here. sometimes you gotta force it a little. There we go. And there we have Springer in his helicopter mode with a gun. And that's how that works. Alright, now, vehicle mode comparisons again. Here he is next to Roadbuster. You see how a helicopter looks next to a big armored van. Here he is next to Pipes. And here he is next to Blitzwing. So you can see how the jet looks next to the chopper. Alright. I think that pretty much covers the vehicular mode. So, let's get into my favorite part, the robot mode, shall we? First thing you want to do is remove the weapons. Convert the helicopter blade back into the glorious sword. Just set that aside for now. Take the gun. I'm going to pop that off. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, the handle's on a hinge for some reason. I think it's to make this easier. Alright, now, for robot mode, we're basically halfway done with it being in helicopter mode, so what we're going to want to do now is raise the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Now, from here, what you want to do is you want to split the legs apart. Bend them so they're even, right? Take the toes, flip them forward, take the heel spurs, flip them out. I'm pretty sure we got these things in the orientation we already need them in. Toes, heel spurs. Alright, that's basically the legs done. Just gotta fold these up. Alright, now from here, what we're gonna want to do is fold that back panel up. Take these parts here, bring them up on their hinges. Take this front end here. And okay, well, first off, you want to remove that. And then we take this part. Oh, I'm skipping things. Take the head, pull it out. And there's like a very specific... Oh, you gotta... I keep forgetting things. You want to take the landing gear, fold it out. That way it'll give the head full clearance to move through that gap. As you bring it down, click it into place. Bring the head up all the way. Make sure that's clicked into place as well. Then from here, just take these parts. There are tabs there, tab hole there for that tab there on both sides to hold it securely. Plug those in, pull those out. Then what you want to do now is take these bits, straighten them out, open up the panels to allow the fists to flip out, fold that up, fold that back up, repeat the process on the other side. All right, we're nearly done. You just take these panels here, you just pull them up on a slider, then you angle them. And here we have Springer in his robot mode. And as you can see, he's quite the handsome lad. He's a good looking robot. Let's bring him down so you get a good clear look at everything. As you can see, he looks absolutely stunning. Bring me here up close so you can get a good look at that head sculpt. Again, inspired by the IDW comics. So he looks pretty good. A little bit of paint on the face, which I always appreciate. The best part is about this guy, a lot of the color on him is just mostly the colored plastic. There's not a lot of paint, so you don't have to worry about any paint scratching, and it still looks good despite that. Lots of nice molded details all the way throughout. Like, I like the design of the legs, despite the lack of articulation near the ankles, which we will get into now. Articulation, head, ball joint. You look up that high, down that high, rotate all the way around if you feel like it. Shoulders, gonna do a full rotation. I believe that's a ball joint in there, I'm not sure. It can go in and out. There is a bicep swivel. Elbows are on a ratchet joint that allow for a 90-degree bend. There is wrist swivel. Waist. There is also a waist swivel. However, the backpack, or the little panel on his back does get in the way, so you kind of have to remove it in order to get full usage out of it. The hips. And go up that high. And go back about that far before the thing on his back gets in the way. He can do the full splits. He has thigh rotation. Ratcheted knee joint that allows for a 90, maybe just a little over 90 degrees. Yeah, I covered that. And there's nothing at the feet except for the toes being able to bend up and down. But they are molded at a slight angle, so you can still get a decent little amount of spread in his stances. Again, the posability is not perfect, but it's still pretty good and still fairly holds up pretty well to a lot of Voyager class figures today. And if you want to, you can totally give him his weapons. You can give him his gun. You can hold that in his hand, like so. It's a pretty decent sized gun. Personally, I like to put him in a stance that makes him look like he's holding the gun with both hands. Damn it. You stay in, you fold out. There we go. There we go. I think that looks more fitting for that particular weapon. Or you can totally give him the sword instead if you want. I believe in the old cartoon and in the comics he was quite a good swordsman. And you don't look half bad with that. And if you want to, you can totally store the weapons on his back. You can take a gun, plug it in like that. If you want to, you can take the sword, plug it in like that. Kind of a samurai angle. You can store both weapons on his back like that if you wish. Me personally, though, I'm going to leave the sword in hand like that. Put the gun on his back. Yeah, like that. There we go. He doesn't need both his weapons for the whole damn video. Alright. Let's wrap this up, shall we? There we go. Now, for comparison, here he is next to Roadbuster. You can see how he looks compared to another figure that came out when he did. And again, here he is with Pipes. I don't think Pipes was ever a wrecker, to my knowledge, but he could be. He looks like a tough enough little dude to be a wrecker. And last but not least, here he is with the Legacy Blitzwing. And yeah, they actually look pretty cool together. I'm not gonna lie, this is not a bad little matchup. Like, if for any reason a stop motion professional is watching this right now, get both these figures and make them fight. I think it would make an interesting video. Alright, now, as he stands, he is approximately 7 inches. He's a tall boy. At the time of release, he was going for about $20. Nowadays, I don't know. I didn't really bother to check before reviewing. If I had to guess, I'd say anywhere from $40 to $60. And considering how good he is, I do think he is worth the investment. He is a very good figure. If you can find this guy for less than $70 at the most, I wouldn't pay more than $70. If you can find him for $70 or less, I do recommend picking him up. He is worth he is worth somewhere in between 40 to let's say 65 actually. 70 or 40 to 65. If you can find him for that much, he's worth the price. I do recommend getting him. So this has been the Transformers Generations Voyager class Springer. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, leave a nice comment, enjoy the rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next video. Bye-bye.